Hi all, and welcome to a new tutorial. Today I will show you how to use Groq in your applications. Groq is AI API which provide you access to different large language models, and in that way you can implement AI functionalities in your application based on your need. So recently I was working on some project and I need AI for it, and I literally spent 100 euros for that because OpenAI announced that they revoked their free tier, so you're no longer able to use free tier on OpenAI while developing some applications, and now costs of development are becoming higher and higher, and this is bothering all developers. But good thing is that a lot of other companies are offering free tier for using their large language models. So today I will show you how to use Groq and how to implement it in your Python application, but you can implement it in any application of your choice. So how to use Groq? You should firstly click on Start Building, and then you will be redirected to a sign in or sign up page, and then you should create account, and after that you'll be redirected to Playground page. So here you can play a bit with the system. So as you can see, I can enter system message and user message. Usually for system, I should add a role of the system. So for example, you're experienced developer or something like that. And then in the user, I should provide my request to the large language model. And here I can change temperature. Default value is 1, which means every time I will receive different answer, but it will be in some normal format. If you put more than 1, it will be in some very random format, and so you should keep this value between 0 and 1. So if you put 0, you always receive same answer on the same question. If you put 1, you will receive meaningful answer, but every time in different format. And if you put, for example, 2, you will receive some strange symbols and numbers. And for some applications, this is needed, but in most of the cases, it's not needed. We can also select max tokens and all other things, but we can select or we can set those options in our application. So I will go to API keys, and here I will create my very first API key and then submit. I will get value and copy. Okay, so what I need to do is firstly to install Groq. So I need to go to my console, go to terminal, and then so what I did, I created folder Groq examples and then file index.py in that folder. And now I will just install this library, pip install, and then the name of library, which is Groq, and it will install this library. I will clear the console, and now I will firstly import Groq. So from Groq import Groq. Okay, this is first thing. Then second thing is to initialize our client. So I will create variable client, which will where I will initialize my Groq application, and I will pass API key, which I copied from the dashboard, from Groq dashboard. Now, after that, I want to create variable chat completion, and it will be equal to client.chat, and I will use feature called completions. So you can find all these features in Groq documentation. So if you go here, and then you will have in chat completions, you will have whole tutorial on how to use completion for Groq. And I will use chat completions and then .create. So I will create new prompt for my large language model, and I would expect some answer from him. And as you can see, I can see all needed parameters and arguments for this function. So I will pass firstly messages, which is array, and it contains of objects which has two properties, and properties are firstly role. In this case, we'll firstly use user, and then content, which will be our prompt to AI. So as you can see okay, not here, just a second, on the playground. So those are messages, as you can see. So I can set the role for the system, and I can set the question from side of user. So this is what I will do. And for example, I will ask explain large language models, for example. And on how to get an answer, I will just print the answer in the console and say chat competition dot choices, and then I will get first choice from response, and then message and content of this message. What I missed to do is to set model, which is this is required to set model which we want to use, and I will use in this case their default model which they recommend to be used, which is llama 3 8p 8192, and that's more or less it. So initially what we do, we implemented Groq from Groq. We initialized our client, and then we created variable chat competition where we created a new prompt with these parameters of messages from user and the model, and that's it. So let's run our application now, python index.py, and then we hope to get answer. So as you can see, our answer is pretty long. So we received a pretty long and detailed answer on what are large language models, how they work, their key characteristics, and so on. And this is very good, and we can use this in our application. And what can we do next? We can, for example, play a bit with the temperature. So we will set temperature to 0. And when we set temperature to 0, we expect same answer as we had before on this question. So you will see the response is completely the same. So key characteristics, how they work, and so on. So everything is the same as it was before. And if I set temperature to 1, I expect a slightly different answer, but not the same, which is essential. So I would get different answer from different point of view. So I see here architecture. So there are no, for example, key points per paragraph in this case. So the answer is completely different. Okay, and what else can we do? So I want to set this let's say to 0.5, somewhere in between. So I would like to get some consistent answers, but not same every time. And what I can do next is also to specify this first message, which is message of system. So I will add role system, and then I will add content of, for example, you are experienced AI engineer, and you explain everything from technical side, for example. And I can set in this way a role of our system, and then I will run script. And as you can see, so the answer, if you check, it's a bit more technical on how this works. And it's also referring to entropy loss and other, let's say, statistical and mathematical terms. So it's working like this. So we can, through role, through this first message of the system, we can set our AI model to some role, and then we can ask for something, and then we will receive response. Also, we can, for example, write explain large language models key characteristics and provide results in table. And for example, we want to get our results in the table, which can be very useful for further analysis. And we can ask like that, and I will run this script now. And as you can see, we received the answer in the table. So here is header of the table, and here is the answer. And for example, we can ask for CSV, and in that way we can import this in Excel. So we can ask in CSV, provide whole answer, because some part is not in this form. So I just wanted to get full answer in CSV format, which is comma separated values format, and I got this. So first string, then second string. So those are the columns, and then I have after that values, and I can also ask, for example, in JSON format. I can change to JSON, and now if I run this script, I got whole answer in JSON, as you can see. So key characteristics, the values are standardized. So we have name, description, and value, and then we have for all objects in this array. And that's more or less it. So we can control how we get response. This is like new branch of in tech industry called prompt engineering, and it's very important to specify in which format you expect response from a large language model, and in that way you will get more efficient answers that satisfy all your criteria. So that's it. I hope this will help you in building your application. There are too many ways on how you can utilize artificial intelligence in any application. So I would encourage all of you to do it. And if this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any additional questions, I would be glad to answer all of them in our comment section. Thank you all, and happy coding. Bye.